back to Mobility Monday. I am just about to start my workout for today, so I hope you will join me for that. And then please stick around because after the workout, I am going to be doing my weekly Monday mobility challenge, so I would love for you to try that with me as well. All I'm using for today's workout is my jump rope and my sandbag, but you do not need any exercise equipment whatsoever to follow along with this workout because I will be providing equipment-free substitutions. There are timestamps in the description box down below the video, so if you would prefer to just skip straight ahead to the workout, you can go ahead and use the chapter markers to do that. But if you would like to see the exercises briefly demonstrated and explained before we begin, let's go ahead and get into that right now. So first of all, let me begin by telling you that my sandbag is filled with about 25 pounds of sand for me. I'm telling you that for reference and for reference only. 25 pounds is going to challenge me plenty today. That's a good weight for me, but you may need to use something lighter than that. You may need to use something heavier than that. So that just depends on your strength. It depends on your level of fitness. It depends on what you have available to you, of course, and it depends on how hard you are looking to push yourself today. So please consider all of those factors when choosing your weight and make the decision that is best for you. If you do not have a sandbag, you may be able to fashion something similar to a sandbag by filling a backpack or a duffel bag with some sort of weight, like maybe bags of uncooked rice or dried beans or kitty litter, powdered laundry detergent, something like that. So get creative and use what you've got. If you do not have a sandbag and you are not going to be able to fashion something similar to a sandbag, you can probably make use of other household items like maybe a big heavy jug of water or laundry detergent or something like that. Or if you have dumbbells or kettlebells, other types of fitness equipment, you could utilize those as well. But if you have absolutely nothing that is going to work for weight, or you just don't want to add weight to the workout, that's fine. I will be providing a body weight alternative. We're just doing one exercise with the sandbag. So it's gonna be really simple. We're doing one sandbag exercise and jump rope, and that's it, that's the workout. So it's gonna be long and it's gonna be tough, but it's super simple. So let's cover jump rope. I have Rebecca here with me. Rebecca is my adorable black jump rope with these cute little white skulls on the handles. So if you would like to know where I get my jump ropes, there is a link and a coupon code in the description box down below the video. So click on the link and use coupon code RUDEBECCA to save an additional 10% on your jump rope. So we're going to be doing sets of 100 with the jump rope. By that, I just mean 100 revolutions of the rope. So I always just kind of jog in place like this while I'm jumping rope. But if you're more comfortable jumping with your feet together, jump with your feet together. If you excel at jump rope and you would like to do something more challenging, feel free to do a more advanced jump rope variation. You can do high knees or jump rope jacks. You can do a boxer shuffle. It doesn't matter. Any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. The only important thing is that we're counting revolutions of the rope. We're doing sets of 100, meaning 100 revolutions of the jump rope. So if you do not have a jump rope, then you really can just pantomime jumping rope, either with your feet together, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Or if you want to do it like I do it, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. But again, you're really just jogging in place if you do that. So I don't think it's necessary to really pretend that you're jumping over a rope. If you don't want to, you can just jog in place. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have excellent stamina, you're in great shape, and you want to challenge yourself and really increase the intensity, you can do high knees instead. But really, any exercise that you can quickly do a set of 100 of will work. So maybe mountain climbers or toe taps on a chair or even on your sandbag. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. So that'll work, either 100 reps of a cardio exercise or pantomiming, jumping rope, jogging in place, that'll all work. The other alternative is about 45 seconds to a minute or so of a cardio exercise, like maybe if you have access to an exercise bike or a treadmill or an elliptical, you can hop on one of those for 45 seconds or a minute while I'm jumping rope. Okay, so you could go back and forth between a minute on the elliptical and then our strength training exercise, whether that's gonna be a sandbag exercise for you or something different. That's the pattern. So about a minute of cardio and then a strength training exercise back to back for 20 rounds. It's super simple. So you could do up and down the steps, or if you have access to the field at your local high school, maybe up and down the bleachers, maybe a quarter mile or a quarter of the way around the track. can be your cardio sections. So again, just get creative and use what's available to you. But the simplest thing to do and the most similar to what I'm doing is going to be to just pantomime jumping rope. That's absolutely fine. As long as you're just getting your heart rate up in between your strength training exercise, that's all that matters, okay? So that covers jump rope. Now, for my sandbag exercise, I'm just doing sandbag cleans. So it's really just a hip hinge. So any exercise, if you want to do something similar to what I'm doing, any kind of hip hinge. So deadlifts will work, good mornings will work. So I'm just going to be cleaning my sandbag. So if you have a barbell clean would be the perfect substitution here. Kettlebell snatches would work great. So if you have a heavy dumbbell or a kettlebell, you could do that instead. The point is, with a hip hinge, you want to make sure that you start by tucking your shoulder blades into your back pockets. So your shoulders are back and down, your chest is lifted high. Make sure your abs are tight. Make sure there's a soft bend to your knees. Plant your feet into the ground. Think about pressing the ground away from you, activating all of the muscles in your feet, through your legs, your glutes, your core, and make sure you're not locking out your knees. You do not want straight legs for this. Soft bend to the knees. So now, to hinge at the hips, you're going to push your booty back. Think about trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty. At the same time, keep those shoulder blades tucked into the back pockets. So your chest is lifted nice and high. Think about also trying to touch the wall in front of you with your chest so that your spine is elongated. You want to keep your back flat and all of your weight should be in your heels. So you see I can actually pick up my toes, okay? So that's gonna be for if you wanna do deadlifts or good mornings, okay? Just think flat back, weight in the heels. So tuck the shoulder blades into the back pockets. Shoulders are back and down, chest is lifted high, abs are tight. Push the booty back, keep your back flat, keep the weight in your heels. Now I'm going to grab a hold of my, the handles of my sandbag, and then as I press my heels into the ground and hinge at the hips to stand, I'm going to bring the sandbag with me. Then I'm going to flip it up and over and catch it in my elbows like this. And then I'm going to reverse the movement. So now I'm going to flip the bag up and over and then hinge at the hips to come back down, okay? Super simple. So it looks like this. That's one rep. That's two, okay? So if that's too difficult, or maybe you have filled your backpack or your duffel bag with some weight, but the handles it's too hard to flip it up and over, you can just do deadlifts. So you don't have to clean the sandbag, you can just do your deadlift. So it's just a hip hinge holding onto your weight. If you have handles maybe that you can do a bent over row, you could do that instead. Hinge, row, hinge to stand, something like that. So you can do deadlifts with any kind of weight. So if you have, again, a kettlebell or a dumbbell or a couple of dumbbells, a medicine ball, household items, a jug of laundry detergent, one of those big heavy jugs of water, you can do that with any kind of weight, okay? As long as you can find something that you are able to maintain a secure grip on so that you're not going to drop it and injure yourself, you're not going to break something and make a mess, and as long as it's not too heavy for you, then kind of anything can work for weight, okay? And if you have nothing that is going to work for weight, or you just don't want to add weight, you can do deadlifts without any added weight, that's fine. In that case, I would recommend maybe doing one leg deadlifts just to increase the difficulty. So it's the same thing, shoulders are back and down, chest is lifted high, abs are tight, you're hinging at the hips. Soft bend to your standing leg, pick up the other foot and the foot comes behind you as you hinge at the hips. Keep your back flat, keep the weight in your heel, and then just alternate legs with each rep. If that's too difficult, if you struggle with balance, you can absolutely do a deadlift if you're a beginner. Do your deadlift with both feet on the ground, that's fine, or you can just do good mornings, just a hip hinge right here. You can have your fingertips behind your ears, clasp your hands behind your head, you can have your arms crossed in front of you, it doesn't matter, okay? So anything with a hip hinge is gonna be the most similar to what I'm doing, and you can do it with or without weight. But really, you can do any strength training exercise you want. So if you would prefer to do something more upper body focused, do a push-up variation or a burpee variation. Do tricep dips. If you want to focus on abs, while I'm doing my sandbag clean, your strength training exercise can be an ab exercise, literally any ab exercise you want. If you are the one doing it, it is your workout. So you do it in whatever way it works for you, but that's what I'm doing today, okay? I'm doing 100 revolutions of the jump rope and then 20 sandbag cleans times 20 rounds, and that's it. That's my workout, super simple. So if you want to do that with me, great. If 20 rounds is too many for you, again, it's your workout. You can do 15 rounds or 10 rounds or 5 rounds, whatever you have time for. Maybe you could just turn it into an AMRAP. A-M-R-A-P, that's as many rounds as possible. So how much time do you have to dedicate to your workout today? 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour? Set a timer to count down 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 45 minutes and just see how many rounds you can complete before your time is up, okay? There are so many ways to modify and customize the format of this workout. You can swap in different exercises. It's just strength and cardio back to back for as long as you want to do it, okay? Don't overcomplicate it. But that is what I'm doing today. So you are, of course, invited to do exactly what I'm doing right along with me. So hopefully that is all clear. Please remember that I do always take the time to type out the instructions in the description box down below the video. And of course, I'm going to do the entire workout right along with you. So watch me do it, read the instructions, but then of course, as always, if anything is unclear with the format and how everything fits together, if you have questions about how you can modify the format and customize the workout to accommodate your fitness level or your access to equipment or any time constraints you may have, if you have any questions about the exercises that we are doing today, if you have any doubts at all about how to do the exercises with the correct form, or if you need any further help with equipment-free substitutions or beginner modifications beyond what I have already provided, I am always here to help. So please ask questions if you have them. And I also want to remind you very quickly before we begin, especially if you're going to be working out along with the video, to please make sure that you are going at your own pace and minding your form. Do not sacrifice your form for speed. If you're faster than I am, wonderful. Be faster than I am, as long as you're not losing anything off of your form to get there. But if you're racing to stay ahead of me and your form starts to get sloppy, you need to slow down. If you're slower than I am, also wonderful, because as long as you got your adorable little booty dressed and you are out here putting in the work, you're doing these reps with me today and you're minding your form, that is all that matters. So don't worry about how fast you're going, and please do not race to keep up with me at the expense of your form. If you are racing to keep up with me and your form starts to get sloppy, you need to slow down. It is always going to be safer and more effective to slow down and do your reps with excellent form than it is to race through and allow your form to get sloppy. So if you fall behind and you need to pause the video, great, pause the video. I'm not going anywhere. When you're ready to resume the workout, come back, we'll get back into it together. I do want you to challenge yourself to keep your rest breaks as short as you can, but they should be as long as you need. You should only resume the workout once you feel that you have regained enough strength and you have enough stamina so that you can continue with good form. So please go at your own pace, mind your form, make sure that you are working to your own level. So that means choosing a sandbag or a kettlebell or a household item that is an appropriate weight for you. It might mean dropping the added weight if it becomes too taxing and switching to the body weight alternative that I showed you for your strength training exercise. It might mean shortening up your range of motion, rest as needed. Okay, please just be smart. Be safe, listen to your body, make the decision that is best for you, and just do your best. Please remember that your best is always good enough, so let your best be good enough. Hopefully I have covered everything. If you're ready to go ahead and begin the workout, grab a sandbag or something similar if you have one, maybe some other sort of weight if you want to add weight to the workout. If you have nothing that's going to work for weight, or you just don't want to add weight, that's fine. You have your equipment-free alternatives. Grab a jump rope if you have one, and if you're jumping rope with me today, pause the video, go get dressed. Meet me right back here. We are going to start with a quick little 5-minute warm-up, and then we'll get right into this super simple, but kind of long and super tough workout. So as soon as you're ready, let's get started with our 5-minute warm-up. You're going to begin by just allowing your head to fall towards one side. Place your hand on top of your head and just rest it there. Make sure that your arm is completely relaxed. So you're not pulling your ear down towards your shoulder. You're just allowing gravity to do all the work of gently stretching the opposite side of your neck by simply allowing the weight of your arm to do so. Now we're going to switch sides, so allow your head to fall towards the opposite shoulder. Place your hand on top of your head and just rest it there. Again, make sure your straight arm is completely relaxed. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed as well. They should be down away from your ears. Next, we're going to do some head rolls. So you're going to start by allowing your chin to fall first towards your chest and then towards the opposite shoulder and back. And each time you roll your head from one shoulder to the other, just start feeling your head getting heavier and heavier, allowing your range of motion to increase until finally your entire torso is just kind of spilling in front of you. Your arms are nice and loose like a rag doll. Next, we're going to do some shoulder rolls. So you can make your circles towards the back or towards the front. It doesn't matter. Just make sure that you are exploring your full range of motion here. So think about making the circles as big as you possibly can. Next, we're going to do some arm circles, but we're going to start small with our arm circles. So extend your arms straight out to the sides, and then begin by making small circles, either towards the back or towards the front. It doesn't matter. But gradually, as the interval progresses, you're going to start making your circles bigger and bigger until finally you are exploring your full range of motion. Really make those circles as big as you possibly can. Now you're going to step your feet out so that they're a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Bend the knees and sweep your arms in front of you as you straighten your legs. You're reaching up as high as you can towards the ceiling. And each time you bend your knees, just allow your range of motion to increase, sinking deeper and deeper into that squat. Now keep your feet planted right where they are. So again, they should be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And we're just going to lunge side to side, nice and easy. Now add the arms. So now with each lunge, you are reaching your arm across your body. Make it feel like you're trying to throw your arm across the room, making up those shoulders. Now step the feet in. We're just going to march in place, starting with your knees low. But gradually, as the interval progresses, you're going to start driving your knees up higher and higher towards your chest, until finally you're driving your knees up as high as you possibly can towards your chest. Feel a nice little stretch in your glutes. Now we're going to jog in place. Same thing, starting with the knees low, and then as the interval progresses, you're going to start driving your knees up higher and higher towards your chest, until finally you're driving your knees up as high as you can. Next is booty kicks. So keep jogging, but now with each step, you're going to bring your foot behind you. Really actually try to kick yourself in the booty cheek with your heel. For this next one, if you struggle with balance, you can hold onto the wall or a chair for support. If not, hands on the hips is fine. Transfer your weight into one foot, pick up the other foot, and just swing the leg front and back. Nice and loose. Just want to wake up those hip flexors. Now we're going to switch sides. So put this foot down, transfer your weight, pick up the opposite foot, and swing the leg front and back. You can start low, and then as the interval progresses, you can start expanding your range of motion, swinging that leg higher and higher. Now we're going to switch legs again. So just put this foot down, transfer your weight, pick up the opposite foot, extend the leg out in front, and then bring the leg around and behind. Each time you make this little semicircle with your leg, you're lifting the leg higher and higher. And now we're going to finish with 2 hip circles. So drive the knee up towards your chest. Use your hand to guide it around. Other side. Extend the opposite leg out in front and make a semicircle. Bringing the leg around and behind, lifting that leg higher and higher each time. And now 2 hip circles. Drive the knee up towards your chest. Use your hand to guide it around. Feet wide apart, hinge at the hips and forward fold. Finishing with a hamstring stretch. So keep your back as flat as you can coming into this stretch so that you isolate your hamstrings more effectively. Again, if you want to use the wall or a chair or the arm of your couch to assist you getting into this stretch, it can make it a lot more comfortable. It makes it easier to keep your back flat. And it just might make that stretch a little bit more accessible for you. But that's it. That is our little 5-minute warm up. So let's go ahead and get right into the workout. We're starting with jump rope. Any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. We're just counting 100 revolutions of the rope. So here we go. I am starting my timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. So counting 100 revolutions of the jump rope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. And now 20 sandbag cleans. That's 20. So that's round one. I just have a piece of paper here with a pen so I can make a little slash after each round. We're going to do 19 more rounds. So it's not going to be short. It's going to probably take about an hour, plus or minus about an hour. So again, if 20 rounds is too many, you can do fewer rounds. I also want to remind you that if you trip over your jump rope, you do not have to go back and start the whole set over. Just do your best to leave it behind you. Take a deep breath and get right back into it. Pick up your count where you left off, okay? Remember, your best is always good enough. I'm saying that because I'm probably going to be tripping over my jump rope a lot. So I don't want to have to take time later to explain that to you. I'm trying to remind myself that as long as I'm doing my best, it's all good. So here we go, round two, another 100 revolutions of the jump rope. Sandbag cleans, and that's round two. All right, You know what we're doing. I'm gonna zip it. This is gonna be really tough. And I wanna conserve energy, so 18 rounds to go. That was round 5. So if you're smart, and you're only doing 10 rounds, you're halfway done already. If you don't need a long rest break, you can keep going. I just need a minute to breathe. I want my heart rate to come down a little bit. I want my breathing to normalize. And I want to feel like I've had a chance to regain a little bit of strength. So I'm probably going to do my best to break up this workout into 4 sections of 5. So that was my first 5 rounds, taking a nice long rest break here. My goal right now is to get through the next 5 rounds, stringing them more or less together as much as possible. So keeping my rest breaks in between rounds as short as possible. I'm going to have to start breaking up my sandbag cleans as well. I don't think I can continue doing unbroken sets of 20, so I'll probably start trying to do like my first 10 reps unbroken, and then maybe see if I can do another 5 and then another 5. So break it up however you need to. Remember, pace yourself. You should be going at your own pace. Just as long as you're minding your form, it's all good. So if you need a longer rest break, pause the video, come back when you're ready. I'm going to go ahead and start on round 6. Exactly right now, right this second. We just hit the 30-minute mark. And that was round 10. So if you decided to turn this into a 30-minute AMRAP, you're done. And if you're just doing 10 rounds, you're done. Almost done. Remember that the workout is not officially complete until you have done your bonus burpee. So if you're not doing any more rounds with me, then use the chapter markers to skip ahead to the bonus burpee. The bonus burpee is mandatory. You must do your bonus burpee. The workout is not officially complete until you have done it. And then stay with me. We'll do a quick little 5-minute cool down together. And then remember that it is Mobility Monday. So after the cool down, don't go anywhere. Stay with me and try this week's mobility challenge with me. If you are continuing on with me, I am only halfway finished with my workout. So if you were wondering how long it would take me to regret doing 20 rounds, the answer was before we even began. I knew I was going to regret this, but I'm at the point right now where it seems impossible to do another 10 rounds, but I know that if I can get through the next 5, I'll take another little rest break, and then I'll feel like it's home stretch. The end will be in sight, and I'll make it. I know I'll get it done, but I know it's tough. So if you have a little more left in the tank and you want to keep going with me, but you don't necessarily think you can do 20 rounds, maybe just do the next 5 rounds with me, and then we'll take another rest break, and you can see how you feel, okay? Remember, if you're the one doing it, it's your workout. You do it in whatever way works for you. You do however many rounds work for you, okay? So it doesn't have to be divisible by 5. You can do another 1 round or 2 rounds or 3 rounds, okay? But don't push it if it's not a good idea for you. I know I can do all 20 rounds, but I also know my pace is going to start slowing down a lot. And I wanted to keep this pretty close to an hour. At this point, I'll make it my goal to see if I can finish in under an hour and 10 minutes. Might take me more than that, but I'll make that my goal. We're at 33 minutes right now, and I'm about to start in the second half, so it might be doable. All right, we'll go after the plane. Partly so I don't have to shout over air traffic, but also because I feel like I still need a few more breaths. All right, so I'm getting myself in the mindset now of no longer chasing a time goal. I would still like to finish in under an hour 10 if I can, but at this point, I'm more making it my goal to just keep my head down, get the reps done. I'm gonna be okay with slowing down my pace. It's gonna take however long it's going to take. I wanna pace myself, I wanna mind my form, and I just wanna get it done. So that's my focus for this second half. So you go at your own pace. If you're faster than I am, great. If you fall behind, pause the video, come back when you're ready. If you need a longer rest break before we start on the second half of the workout, pause the video. Get a sip of water, towel off. When your heart rate is where you want it and your breathing has normalized to a place where you're comfortable with and you're ready to begin, let's go ahead and start round 11. All right, when you're ready, here we go. All right, let's do 2 more rounds. Ay. That was round 15. We're at almost 55 minutes in. So if that's enough for you, you have my blessing to stop here. Just remember to do your bonus burpee. So use the chapter markers to skip ahead to the bonus burpee. Then do a cool down with me, and then remember to stick around after that and do the mobility challenge. If you are continuing on with me, I'm just spending this, well, the majority of this rest break down here in child's pose, because my back is starting to really get tired from all these reps of sandbag cleans. And we still have so many more to do. So while I am allowing my heart rate to come down a little bit, and while I'm working on slowing down my breathing, I just want to stretch out my back a little bit. A few more breaths here. If you have someone who can gently press your back down, that can help as well. I'm gonna flip it over and spend a few seconds in happy baby pose. So on my back, I'm just grabbing a hold of the bottoms of my feet. And then the key with this pose or this stretch is to just relax everything. So you're not pulling your feet down, you're just relaxing. Think about letting your shoulder blades just melt into the mat, and you're just allowing gravity to do all the work of pulling your knees down towards the mat. It's a great hip opener, but I also love the way it feels on my lower back, and especially when you kind of rock side to side like this, it's a little massage for your low back. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. When I was writing this workout, I was not adding up the amount of sandbag cleans that we were doing. In my mind, I thought we were doing 200, but we're doing like, I won't say it out loud, we're doing a lot more than that. So we just have 5 rounds left to go, but in those 5 rounds, we're doing another 100 sandbag cleans. It's a lot. So if it's getting to be too many, you really can just do 10 sandbag cleans per round. I'm gonna keep pushing through. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm really minding my form, and I'm going to make sure that I take extra time after the workout today to stretch out my back, because I'm definitely gonna be feeling my back muscles tomorrow. All right. So that was a really long rest break. We are already almost at 59 minutes. So my hour and 10-minute goal is out the window. That has now become physically impossible for me anyway. So maybe we can finish in under an hour 20. I don't know. At this point, I don't care. Like I said, at this point, the victory is just to get it done, to just complete all 20 rounds. I don't know what I'm thinking lately. I keep writing these long workouts, doing so many rounds, and it's just too many. And I don't know why I keep doing it day after day. I keep thinking, we'll do 20 rounds. Let's do 20 rounds. We can do it. I don't know. Eventually I'll catch on. That 20 rounds is too many. But apparently not today, because I wrote another long ass workout. We're doing 20 rounds and I'm too stubborn to not do 20 rounds. I could do 15. I encourage you to stop here if that's enough for you today. We've done a lot of reps. But I feel like at this point, it's gonna take a long time to finish, but I feel like I can push through and I can get these final 5 rounds done. It's not gonna be quick. It's not gonna be easy. It's probably not gonna be pretty, but I'm gonna get it done. All right. That was a long rest break, longer than I intended, but it's what I needed. If you need a longer rest break than that, remember, just pause the video, towel off, get something to drink. I should have brought a towel out here. I'm getting sweat in my eyes. It's one of those days, one of those workouts, and it is getting hot, hot, hot out here. My legs are jelly. It is getting harder and harder to get my feet up over the rope, so it's gonna be tough, but it's just 5 more sets. So we can do this. No matter how long it takes, I'm gonna get it done. So one more deep breath. When you're ready, here we go. Round 16. We got this. Oh my God. Your form, protect your back. 90. 80. 90. I promise this is everything I have right now. It might not look at it, but I am pushing. That was round 18. I feel like I can't even stand anymore. But we just have 2 rounds left to go. So I'm just gonna dig down really deep and find the stamina to do this without allowing my form to get sloppy. This is when it's the most important to be binding your form, because this is when it's easiest to let your form get sloppy. This is when you're risking injury. So if you're still in here with me and you're feeling like you want to die like I am, please, please, these last 2 rounds really take extra time to focus on your form. All right, this is our penultimate round. Here we go, when you're ready, round 19. We got this. gonna do another sandbag clean as long as I live. We just have 2 sets left to go. Shoulders back and down, tighten up those abs. Soft bend to the knees, push the booty back. There we go. My God. All right. I know it's only one more round, but I can't emphasize enough how much I'm just dying. I have nothing left. We're almost an hour and 20 minutes in. All right. We made it. This is round 20. Final 100 revolutions of the jump rope. I want to be doing these reps want to get this done and over with, but it's so hot and I'm just so done. It feels impossible to pick this thing up right now. But this is our final 20 reps of sandbag cleans. We got this. My hands are hurting. I have blisters. Care about the time anymore. Just have to find enough strength to do 10 more reps somehow, some way. Round 20, we did it. That took me 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 47 seconds. I told you before we even started that it was going to be long. I told you it was going to be tough. And I did not lie. It was long and it was tough. It took me quite a bit longer than I wanted it to take, but it's okay. You guys, we just did 400 sandbag cleans plus 2,000 revolutions of the jump rope. That was a full body workout. I'm feeling everything. Everything hurts and I'm dying. We are not quite finished yet. So remember that no workout of mine, no matter how long or how brutal, no matter how hot it is, the workout is never officially complete until we have done our bonus burpee. So we have just 1 rep left to go. But first, whenever I do a workout that incorporates jump rope, in addition to my bonus burpee, I also like to do a bonus set of 100 with the jump rope. So the bonus burpee is mandatory. The bonus set of jump rope is completely optional. So if you do not want to do a bonus set of jump rope with me, that's fine. Just take another minute to breathe. Allow your heart rate to come down a little bit and cheer me on. Let's see if I can get through 1 more set of 100 without tripping over Rebecca. If And then after that, we will do our bonus burpee together. Okay, you do still have to do your bonus burpee. If you would like to join me for this bonus set of jump rope, again, any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. We are just counting 100 revolutions of the rope the same way we've been doing for the last 1 hour and 23 minutes and 47 seconds. Okay, so shake it out. One more deep breath, and as soon as you're ready, here we go. 100 revolutions of the jump rope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40. I hate it when I trip during my bonus set of jump rope, but I'm telling you, I have nothing left in the tank, so I'm just gonna pick it up at 40. It still counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take 3. Take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 100. Oh my God. That has to be the messiest train wreck of a bonus set of jump rope in the history of bonus jump rope sets. I don't know what I was expecting. Like I said, at this point I feel like I can barely stand, but it counts. I'm not redoing it. That was 100 bonus revolutions of the rope. So now, at long last, we have just 1 rep left to go. Let's go ahead and do our bonus burpee together, and then the workout will be officially complete. So as soon as you're ready, here we go. This is our final rep of the day. All right, with that, the workout is now officially complete. So let's do a quick cool down together. You just want to keep moving while you allow your heart rate to come down a little bit, and while you allow your breathing to normalize so you can pace around back and forth. Shake out the legs, shake out the arms a little bit. Let's do a quick shoulder stretch. Bring one arm across your body. Use your other arm to pull it in close to your chest. Make sure your straight arm is completely relaxed, and make sure that your shoulders are relaxed as well. If your shoulder is tense and hunched up by your ear, you're not going to be able to stretch it effectively. So relax the arm, relax the shoulder. A couple more deep breaths here, and then we'll switch sides. Shake it out, let's get the other side. So bringing the opposite arm across your body, using your other arm to pull it in close to your chest. Straight arm is completely relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed. They should be down away from your ears. Make sure you're continuing to move around. You can see I'm kind of pacing back and forth, shaking out the legs. Keep moving and keep focusing on slowing down your breathing. So you do that by breathing all the way down to your belly button. Each time you inhale, visualize your diaphragm really being pulled down. Allow your rib cage to physically expand. Visualize filling up your entire torso with air as you inhale. And then use your diaphragm to slowly control the air as you exhale. Let's do a tricep stretch next. So bend one elbow, place your hand on the elbow, and gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder. Make sure that the fingers on your free hand are pointing straight down at the ground. You want to avoid having your free hand hanging out up here somewhere by your shoulder. So point those fingers straight down at the ground as you gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder. Feel that nice stretch in your triceps. Keep moving and keep focusing on slowing down your breathing. So one more deep breath, inhaling all the way down to your belly button. Slow, controlled exhale. Shake it out. Let's get the other side. So bending the other arm, place your hand on the elbow and gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder. Fingers on your free hand are pointing straight down at the ground. Feel that nice stretch in your triceps. Keep moving. So if you're still breathing heavily, it might feel better to pace back and forth. You could just shake out the legs. You can even just shift your weight from foot to foot. That's fine. One more nice deep breath here. Fill up your entire torso with air as you inhale. Use your diaphragm to control the exhale. Shake it out. We're going to finish with a quad stretch. So if you struggle with balance, you can hold onto the wall for support or some other strong, sturdy, stable, elevated surface like maybe your kitchen counter, dining room table, or the arm of your couch. You're going to bend one knee, bring the foot behind you. Reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with the hand that's on the same side. If you're not holding on to anything for support, you can reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with both hands and then press your heel into your booty cheek. As you do that, you want to tilt your pelvis forward, kind of tuck your booty underneath you. Think about trying to touch your spine with your belly button. As soon as you combine both of those two elements, you should feel that stretch intensify in your quad muscles as you isolate them more effectively, but I also want you to feel the stretch extend all the way up to your hip flexors. So coming out, shake out the legs. Let's finish up with a quad stretch on the other side. So bend the opposite knee. Bring your, reach back with your hand that's on the same side to grab a hold of the top of your foot. If you're not holding on to anything for support, you can reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with both hands. Press your heel into your booty cheek. Tilt your pelvis forward. Tuck your booty underneath you. Suck that belly button all the way back towards your spine. Feel that stretch intensify in your quad muscles. Feel the stretch extend all the way up to your hip flexors. One more nice deep breath here. And come out. One last time, shake out the legs, shake out the wrists, shake out the arms, swing the arms a little bit. And that's it. That's our little cool down. So if you find that you are still breathing heavily, if your heart rate is still elevated, just take a few more minutes. You can pace around back and forth. You can do a little more light stretching, maybe some more stretches for your back, child's pose or happy baby like we did before we did those last 5 rounds of the workout. So make sure that you're taking time to stretch your back today because we worked our back a lot with those 400 sandbag cleans. But you want to take a good 15-20 minutes every single day if you can to do a nice full body stretching routine. Right now, if you have time, immediately after the workout is always going to be the most efficient and the most effective time to get your stretching done because your muscles are already nice and warm from the workout. If you don't have time to do your stretching right now, that's fine. Just remember that if you put off your stretching until later on in the day, your muscles will have gotten cold again. So you'll need to take a few minutes to warm them back up before you begin stretching. You never want to jump into your stretching routine with cold muscles because your muscles need to be warm in order for them to be pliable so that you can stretch them safely and effectively. But it doesn't matter what time of day you do your stretching as long as you're getting it done and as long as you're doing it safely. But taking the time to stretch every day is going to go a long way towards helping to alleviate any muscle soreness that you might be experiencing after the workouts. It is also going to help reduce your risk of injury moving forward. And of course, it's going to improve your flexibility. And now it is Mobility Monday, so that means that I found another mobility challenge on Instagram for us to try. I'm going to go grab my phone so that we can watch the reel a few times together and we understand what it is that we are about to attempt. All right, so I am watching the reel right now on Instagram. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at so that we can watch it a few times together and we understand the movement. Okay, so she has her hands clasped behind her back and she is just stepping 1 foot forward. That's it, that's the whole challenge. Let's watch it again. Stepping 1 foot forward and coming down into a lunge. And now she is leaning forward and tapping her forehead down. Let's watch it again. So it's like a forward lunge, lean forward, tap the forehead down, and she's keeping her hands clasped. Let's watch it just one last time. She's keeping her hands clasped together behind her the entire time, and that is it. So it's a really simple movement. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one or not. She makes it look very easy, but that is quite an impressive range of motion in my opinion. But I also think it might be doable, so let's give this a shot and we'll see what happens. All right, I'm nervous. I really don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but there's only one way to find out. So here we go. I'm just gonna start towards one end of my mat. First thing we have to do is clasp the hands together behind the back. And now we're going to take one big step forward. I'm going to bend my front knee and come down basically into a forward lunge. And now I'm coming down over this front leg, leaning forward, trying to tap my forehead to the mat. It wasn't pretty, but I did it. I'm saying that was a successful attempt. So it is difficult. She made it look a lot easier than it was. Now, I was somewhat smooth getting down there, but I tell you what, I tapped that forehead down and I couldn't get out of it fast enough because I felt like I was about to fall over, and I didn't want to put my hand down to check my balance because that's a fail. So if you have to let go, unclasp your hands and tap your hands down to check your balance, obviously that's a failed attempt and you need to start over. So I didn't want to do that. So what I did is technically a successful attempt. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't smooth, but now at least I know that I can do it. But wow, towards the end, right before I tapped my forehead down, it was getting really, really difficult to maintain my balance. And that does require a lot of focus, a lot of strength, a lot of balance, and like I said, quite an impressive range of motion. So I'm pleasantly surprised that I was technically successful, even though it wasn't pretty. So if you were not successful, don't worry. Remember, warped wall rules. So that means we get 3 attempts. As long as you are able to successfully complete the challenge within that 3rd attempt, that is a success. That means you have done it. Now, if you were successful, let's do it a couple more times anyway in solidarity with those people who have not successfully completed the challenge yet, and also just to try to clean it up. I need to clean up mine a lot. And you guys know that after I'm finished shooting this video, I'm going to continue working on the mobility challenge. I always like to get my mobility challenge each week looking as clean as I can so that I can share it on Instagram and I can share it on YouTube. So look for that tomorrow. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, and then I'll share that tomorrow as a YouTube short. So be on the lookout for that. I will also share it as a reel on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram @BugSusan. It is linked in the description box down below the video. I will share it as an Instagram reel tomorrow as well, so please look for that. All right, if you're ready, let's go ahead and try attempt number 2 together. So if you were not successful, take a deep breath, shake it out. This is our 2nd attempt to get it right, and if you were successful, let's do it again anyway. Try to clean it up a little bit, try to see if we can make the movement flow a little better. Shake it out, one more deep breath. Here we go, attempt number 2. So my hands are clasped together behind me. I'm going to take 1 step forward, come down into a lunge, and now lean forward. See if you can tap your forehead down to the mat. See, that time I tried to slow it down a little bit and maintain a little bit better control over the movement so that it could look a little bit prettier, but towards the end, I lost my balance and I had to tap my hands down, so that was a fail. So now I have 1 successful attempt that was sloppy. I have a 2nd attempt that was much prettier, flowed a lot better, and was much more under control, but technically a failed attempt because at the very end I had to tap my hand down. So now I have 1 more chance to get it right and to try to Slow it down a little bit, make it look pretty, keep the movement under control, but also not lose my balance. So if you were not successful that second attempt, neither was I. She made it look really easy, but I knew this one was going to be hard, and it is. So technically I've already gotten it, so the pressure's off for me a little bit. If you were not successful the second time, shake it out, okay? Let it go. We are going to try it a third time. If you were successful, congratulations. Let's do it a third time together anyway, in solidarity, and to continue working on cleaning it up. I was going to say something else and I totally forgot what I was going to say. So let's just get into our third attempt. All right. Shake it out. We got this. I know I can do it. It's just a matter of controlling. To me, it's reversing the movement. That's the really hard part, because I can get my forehead down, but then when I start to come up from it, that's when I start to panic. So, all right, wish me luck. Hopefully, we can make this third and final attempt the best one so far. So, clasp the hands together behind you. Now take one big step forward, bend that front knee, come down into a lunge, and now lean forward, tap the forehead down to the mat. And now reverse the movement, straighten that leg, and that's it, we did it. Getting my forehead down is actually a little easier than I thought it was going to be, but oh my gosh, coming back up, that's where I'm really struggling. But that third attempt, I'm thrilled with that. That was kind of the best of the first two attempts. The movement was under control, it was flowing a lot better, and I maintained control. I held on to my balance, and I came out of it and reversed the movement, straightened that leg, and everything was nice and smooth. I'm thrilled with that. I am going to continue working on it and cleaning it up. So if you were not successful with that third and final attempt, keep working on it, especially if you were noticing improvement. So if your second attempt was a little cleaner than your first, and your third attempt you got a little bit closer to successfully completing the challenge, keep working on it, because I can tell you from experience, when you have one of these challenges that is really difficult for you, and then you finally get it and you are able to successfully do it, it is so rewarding, so satisfying. So I encourage you to keep working on it. Even if you never are able to successfully complete this particular mobility challenge, it's never a bad thing to work on your mobility. So keep working on it. But for me, that is another successful Monday mobility challenge in the books. So let me know how you did with it. Let me know if you were successful or not. Let me know how many attempts it took you. And if you did this workout with me today, thank you so much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me lately. And even if you're not doing the workouts with me, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. It truly does mean the world to me. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a great big thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. Please know that I appreciate you all so very much. One final reminder that if anything was unclear about the format of today's workout and how everything fits together, if you have questions about how you can modify the format of the workout and customize the length of the workout to accommodate any time constraints you may have, or to accommodate your fitness level or your access to equipment. If you have questions about any of the exercises that we were doing for today's workout, if you have any doubts about how to do the exercises with the correct form, or if you need any further help with equipment-free substitutions or beginner modifications beyond what I have already provided, I am always here to help, so please ask questions if you have them. That is going to do it for today, but before I say goodbye, I just have to say one final thank you to those of you who have been watching the videos all the way until the end and commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I say goodbye, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day. It's not exactly a secret code phrase of the day, but if you guys follow me on other social media platforms, if you follow me on Instagram, you may be aware that I recently lost my aunt, Rita. She was my godmother. So instead of giving you a specific secret code phrase of the day today. Here's what I would like you to do. This is today's secret code phrase of the day. I just want you to leave me a comment to let me know either do you have a favorite aunt and what is her name, or do you have a godmother and what is her name? So a favorite aunt or a godmother. If neither of those apply to you, then how about this? Any lyric, any song lyric from either Lovely Rita by the Beatles or Devil with a Blue Dress On. Just grab any random song lyric from one of those two songs and that can be the secret code phrase of the day, okay? So you've got options today. Who's your favorite aunt? Who's your godmother? Or what's your favorite song lyric from Lovely Rita or Devil with a Blue Dress On, okay? So if you are still watching this video, hello, thank you. Thank you for watching all the way until the end. Please let me know that someone is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment with either your favorite aunt's name or your godmother's name or a song lyric from Lovely Rita or Devil with a Blue Dress On. That is going to do it for today. I will see you all next time. Bye.